This is Georgetown, the podcast. Georgetown County and the city. Georgetown is growing, changing, expanding, and blossoming. The Hammock Coast of South Carolina. It's a renaissance. This is Georgetown, the podcast. Here's your host, Scott Richards.
Welcome back to Georgetown, the podcast. I am Scott Richards, and today I am so happy to be joined by Lauren Joseph with Brookgreen Gardens. What's your official title?
Vice President for Marketing.
Vice President for Marketing, so you know all things about Brookgreen.
Well, I've been here for about 10 years now, so okay. Maybe not all things, but
most things.
Most things.
And the reason we're going to be talking today is one of not just this area's, but the Southeast premier events. Nights of 1,000 Candles returns. What's the
first date is November 27th. So
is that the day after Thanksgiving?
The day after Thanksgiving. And then we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday until the week of Christmas. And then we pick back up after Christmas through New Year's weekend.
How many years have this event happened?
This will be the 27th year of Nights of 1,000 Candles. It started in... The first year was 1999, and it was the Luminaria Festival. And then the next year, 2000, is when they named it Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Well, having been here longer than that, I think I've been most years. I think there's a couple of years where you worked out some bugs on being able to get here. But early on, Nights of 1,000 Candles was a charming, beautiful holiday, but it has grown into something much more than that.
It really has. And again, when we first started, I think it was one weekend, and then the next year it was 2 weekends, and it's grown and grown. We now go, I think this year's 22 nights, and last year we set a record we had over, I think 21 nights last year, we had over 110,000 people.
We should point out, in years past, long ago,
right,
you just opened the gates, people bought tickets, and hopefully everything worked out. You've got some control on it now, which is necessary control.
Right. Yeah, back in the day, it was a general admission ticket. You bought your Nights of 1,000 Candles ticket, you could come any night. So, of course, the nights that it was balmy and not rainy and wasn't too cold. I mean, one night, I think we shut down Highway 17 for 2 hours.
Yeah, I might have been in that night. Yeah, I think that it backed up, like way back up.
Yeah, and both ways. So a lot of people were upset when we went to date-specific tickets, but we had to, because we've got to be able to control the number of people who come every night.
It's a long period, but it's the sort of thing that you need to plan now, because most nights will eventually sell out.
Yes. We started membership sales and reservations in July, and then general public in August. That first weekend is already getting close, and we've already have sold a little over 25,000 tickets. So don't wait till the last minute. Make your plans, get your tickets. One of the frustrating things is so many people, we have people who say, oh, I'm flying in, or I've come in for Nights of 1,000 Candles, but they didn't get their tickets until they get here. And
it doesn't work that way.
And I'm like, would you go to a concert somewhere and fly into a city?
Good point. The way we need to think of this is you're going to an event, get your tickets.
Get your tickets and then make your travel plan.
And sometimes it's like, okay, it's sold out for Thursday, but I got room on Friday.
Exactly.
And or vice versa. I think it's important to note, too, that this goes after Christmas.
It does.
And those are some of the busiest days.
They are. We come back, and I'm looking at my dates here. We come back on Tuesday, December 29th, and go all the way through Sunday, January 3rd. Those dates, there's still plenty of tickets for those dates, and those are fun, too, because it's a little quieter. People are coming down after Christmas a little bit, but it's still, the same thing.
I want to put some people's minds at ease, because they're thinking about the crowds. How big is Brookgreen? I mean, you got room for a lot of people in here. And when you are limiting tickets, it's because you want them to be able to spread out. How big is this place?
Well, the area that we use for Nights of 1,000 Candles is about 150 acres. Yeah. All of Brookgreen's 9,000 acres, but we're not spreading out over the whole thing. But yeah, the parking is the big thing. We need to be able to park folks. And so, it's just getting people parked and into the gardens. And then there's plenty of room for folks to spread out.
Also, getting in right when the gates open can be a little frustrating.
And I think some people...
Wait an hour.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not even dark. You open up at 4 o'clock.
Right.
I guess if you want to be here early, but really the magic begins after dusk.
Exactly. And, I think some people think because the ticket says 4 o'clock, they've got to be here at 4.
Right.
Wait a little bit. It's fine. And we don't know what's going to happen with this daylight savings time thing, which would actually push dusk back an hour for us.
Oh.
Because, it's dark at 5 o'clock in December.
Yeah.
But so that'll be pushing things back a little bit.
You're watching or listening to Georgetown, the podcast.
So let's talk about what this actually is. For those of us that have been and people in the area, they do know, but so many of our viewers and our listeners on Georgetown, the podcast, are coming from Charleston and Mount Pleasant. Explain what this is. Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Well, first thing, it is our largest fundraiser. Brookgreen is a nonprofit, and we are very mission-oriented, and Nights of 1,000 Candles is the reason that we are able to keep those missions going. It is a holiday extravaganza. There are lights around every corner. There are literally, I think, 3,500 candles, so it's much more than 1,000 candles.
Nights of 1,001.
And then millions and millions of lights, white lights, colored lights. We do this in-house. We don't have a company come in and
Right.
do it for us. So it's integrated with the art, with the gardens. Each different garden has a different theme every year. So you may go to one area of the garden that's green and white lights one year, and the next year it's blue and white. So they're moving things around. Oak Alley is with the dripping, white lights. I think last year I walked in there and I said, "How many did you add?" And John McGann, who is our director of facilities, he said, "Oh, not that many." And he's very dry. So I was like, couple 100,000?
Yeah.
Maybe.
When do they start doing this?
Actually, this is our last week of Summer Light.
Right.
They will start deinstalling Summer Light on Monday, and they've already started installing Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you basically, you walk through the gardens all over acres and acres.
Right.
And there are lights and displays.
Art, lights. We've got music. We have an entertainment tent. We have a food truck court. So there will be 4 food trucks every night.
There's live music inside the gallery.
There's live music inside the gallery. Yeah, we have some different wonderful pianists.
Right.
Who play. I think one of them may be named Scott Richard.
He may be. Yeah, I usually do a couple of nights.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
It is. And
it's good for me because people are all happy and thank you. You're great. Yeah, it's really
and that exhibit in that gallery with the trains and the old Christmas trees and
well, it's also I've noticed that especially if it's brisk and chilly outside, people like to come in and then just go, and they do. The kids look around in the trains. It's everybody in every corner of that event is in a good mood.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about some of the other special things that happen during that. For example, let's say I feel like having dinner beforehand.
Right.
Gee, where could I go?
Harvest. Harvest is a wonderful restaurant here at Brookgreen.
Annette Austin and her husband.
Yeah. Austin's Restaurant Group.
They may be the best restaurant people I've met, because everything they do is just very specialized, and it's just, it's not corporate.
Exactly. The food is fantastic. And I'm going to put a plug in right now for something else, because now that Summer Light is over on Saturday night, starting next week through October 7th, we will be open late on Wednesdays and Saturdays, just for general admission. If you're a member, you can come in. If you want to buy a ticket, and Austin's will be open and serving dinner Wednesdays and Saturday nights.
Make a note of that. A lot of restaurants in the Myrtle Beach area, a lot of restaurants in Georgetown County. They're all wonderful, but Annette Austin and her family, they know what they're doing.
They really do.
This has become their main restaurant, right?
Yes, we have 3 restaurants at Brookgreen, and they run all of them for us.
Right.
So Austin's Harvest, and then the Old Kitchen, which is in the center of the gardens, which a lot of people love to do during Nights of 1,000 Candles as well, because she'll have soups and different things out there. And then when we're open for normal times, we have a Courtyard Cafe, which is hamburgers or hot dogs, sandwiches,
Yeah.
things.
Get a drink.
Yeah. But they take care of all of that for us, and are also one of our lead preferred caterers for weddings and events that we have here.
Which, just go down that road for a moment, you do a lot of events.
Yes, we do. And I think I was talking to our director of events this week, and she said we've got 10 weddings this fall.
Wow.
So it's a lot.
Those are official events, but I'm guaranteeing there will be a number of engagements.
Yes.
During Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Yes.
People getting down on knees and pictures.
In Oak LA, I've actually been in Oak LA one night and had like 4 different proposals all break out at once. And it's, over here they're doing a dance, and over here one time one of the people who is in the choir that sings
I know what you mean. Yeah.
one of
Heather and her group. Yes.
Yeah. So either their son or grandson was getting engaged, and so they all came over and stood in Oak LA and sang for the.
There really is no more. There's no more romantic place than this. It's interesting. I think back early on, we didn't have our camera cell phones.
Right.
That's changed.
It has.
The one thing you have to sort of prepare yourself is that everybody's got a phone and a camera, and it's always nonstop. So be careful. You're going to be in somebody's photo.
Right.
But there are so many places that you want to be taking photos, and they're spectacular the way it's lit. Did they design with the understanding that we have to make this photogenic?
I think John does think that way, and John and his team. Mark Trombley is actually our head of public events now. They do think about photo opportunities, the wow factor.
Yeah.
They want people to come around a corner and go, and you do. There's just something every time you turn around.
Let's talk about some of the things that are happening during each of the nights. I know, for example, you have wandering minstrels, if you want to call it that, or musicians. Let's talk a little bit about some of the entertainment aspects.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to my little notes here again. We've got, like I said, we've got food trucks. We have entertainment. We have a wonderful bagpiper who strolls around.
And I hear him when I'm here. It's like, oh, the bagpiper's here.
And then we have Paul Grimshaw Band, 3-day weekend, Matt Parker and the Deacons. Then one weekend we always try to have Bill Oberst Jr.
Oh, doing his Dickens.
Doing his, the Christmas Carol. And he is one person doing all the parts. It's amazing.
If you're planning a visit, try to schedule it around Bill Oberst Jr. He's terrific.
Yes, he's going to be with us December 18th, 19th, and 20th. So those will sell out quickly. And I mean, Painted Man, the accelerators, some really good.
Oh, you've got great
really
entertainment.
Good entertainment.
And they're mostly under the tent.
They
so
are
it's
under the
somewhat
tent.
protected.
Mm-hmm. And we've got heaters out there. If the last time you came was a couple of years ago, we had the entertainment tent back near Pegasus, and that's where the food trucks were. We've moved that into the Arboretum now, nearer to the Leonard Pavilion. So it's a little more open and in the center of things.
If I was going to do some shopping, your gift shop is amazing.
It is. And in the Noble Gallery, we started this last year and we're going to do it again, a holiday pop-up shop. That Keepsakes is actually doing a pop-up shop in that gallery for the holidays. And Ashley is so great at, she and her staff, just picking out fun and unusual stuff. And then we have consignment artists who we have their...
That's in the Noble Gallery?
That's in the Keepsakes. And the Noble Gallery.
Keepsakes is the main gift shop, which is kind of in the main when you first get there.
Exactly.
For gift shops, it's really above the average. There's just a lot of neat things there. Be careful. If you bring your kids, you're going to have some trouble. I want this one. Can I have the...
Can I have that otter stuffy?
That's really something. There are other entertaining things. Do we still do like the reading of the 'Twas the Night?
We have we kind of stopped that during COVID, and we haven't brought it back. There are other things happening, and we have, of course, our Brookgreen famous hot chocolate. It is a secret recipe, and it is absolutely amazing. And I will say that there are a lot of calories involved in it.
Well, that would be a good thing.
Yes. We have people who just, that's the first thing they get here for. They want to do the hot chocolate. And then we have a Sparkle and Fun package that you can buy ahead of time, where you get like the glasses that help lights sparkle more, and either a glass of sparkling wine or sparkling cider.
That's great. So there's also a tree lighting each night.
There is.
Which is sort of the kickoff to each night.
It is. And again, that's one of those things that keep an eye on our website for timing on that, because depending on what happens with this legislation, we may have to push back the tree lighting a little bit. The tree is a China fir that is it's the anchor of our arboretum, and it is about 87 feet tall.
Yeah, we should point out this is a tree. It's not a metal pretend tree.
It is a real tree. It is a living tree, and it is larger than the ones they usually have at Rockefeller Center in New York City. And when that lights up, the entire arboretum is lit. I think they see it from space.
We know what this is, but what is the Arboretum? Explain that so people they know, or what is that?
So if you come to the gardens, there's the kind of sculpture garden where everything's kind of close and little garden paths. An arboretum is a tree collection. And so that's the area of Brookgreen where it's kind of more open out and fewer paths, and it's a lot of grass and trees. And that's... Besides being a award-winning botanical garden, we're also a Class 2 arboretum and working towards the next step forward in that.
During the day in this season, November and December, the gardens are still open.
No.
Oh, so it's only at night.
Only at night.
Okay.
The nights that we have Nights of 1,000 Candles, we're not open during the day.
I got it.
So we will be open like Monday, Tuesday during the day, but it's such a labor intensive. A lot of places that have holiday events, they need 6 people, to flip the lights on. We have about 100 people working every night.
They have to go around to light all these candles.
We have to light all the candles, and then at the end of the night, we have to put them all out.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good thing. Wow.
So yeah, it's
and I've been here early on some of those nights when I'm playing, and the people going around and they're going into the little luminary bags and click, click, click.
And
click.
many hands make light work. So we can get the entire garden lit, usually between our volunteers and staff working, we can usually get it done within 30 minutes or a little less. Of course, the ones that are floating in ponds, we have staff has to get into hip waders and go into the ponds for that.
Because we wonder about that. So let's talk about tickets. How do I get tickets? Where do I get tickets?
www.brookgreen.org is where you go to get tickets. If you want to go straight to the Nights of 1,000 Candles event page, it's brookgreen.org/1000, the numbers, candles.
Yeah, but I think it pops up on one of your front page things like that.
And
so let's talk about the process, getting tickets now.
Go ahead, get your tickets now. Decide when to get your tickets. There are membership levels of Brookgreen, some of the upper level membership levels that have complimentary tickets that come with them. You still have to reserve a night for those tickets. You've still got to get that done and make sure that you've got your tickets for that night. The other thing that I really can't stress enough is do not purchase tickets from social media or anywhere else but our website or Leap Events, which is our ticket vendor, because every year we have, unfortunately, so many people who are selling scam tickets.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, it's not just you.
Right.
A lot of entertainment venues use the official website.
Exactly. And if you see somebody on Facebook or any social media that says, oh, I've got tickets for Nights of 1,000 Candles and I can't go. If you do not know that person personally,
do not accept those tickets.
Do not send them any money.
Don't buy those tickets.
Exactly.
Because the only way you're going to know that you have tickets for one of the nights is to go to brookgreen.org. Just in case, because I know every once in a while it does happen. If there's a storm or a rain out, your tickets can then be used.
Depends on the event. If it's on how big of a weather event it is. If it's raining, we're going on.
Yeah.
And we can't light candles. And I've had people complain because it's raining and the candles aren't lit. Well, fire. Yeah, it doesn't work in water. But millions and millions and millions of lights that are twinkling at the water. It's beautiful.
You know what's interesting though? In the many years, it's like you don't get many problems. Once in a while, there's going to be something. I understand that, but
we had one year, couple of years ago, that we literally had almost a tropical storm situation in December on a Sunday night.
Right.
And we did the best we could. We worked with people to move their tickets to different nights. We increased the numbers on some nights. We tried to add a night. But our tickets are non-refundable because this is a fundraising event for Brookgreen Gardens.
And even on those nights when maybe the weather isn't perfect, it's still great.
It's still great.
And there's things inside and you will feel good.
Exactly.
You will feel good. That's the one thing. I come back, it's like, I'm feeling Christmas.
Yeah.
Nights of 1,000 Candles at Brookgreen Gardens. Tickets are on sale now.
That's right. Better get them.
Brookgreen.org. Georgetown, the podcast. Lauren, it's always a pleasure. We'll do this again. We'll have to maybe get Bill Oberst in here. He's a hoot.
Oh, he is a hoot. That'd be great.
Yeah. See you the next time.
Thank you for watching or listening to Georgetown, the podcast. Learn more about the Hammock Coast and Georgetown. Read Georgetown Magazine in print. Pick one up around Georgetown and along the Carolina coast. Or digitally, visit readgeorgetownmag.com.